What's up, guys? Today we're finally looking at my last 4 figures for my Mandalorian Season 2 showcase, this time with Fennec Shand, Bo-Katan, Casca Reeves, and Cara Dune. So without further ado, let's get into this. First up, Fennec Shand was kind of hard to do, not because the figure was complicated or anything, just because I wanted to top LEGO's Fennec Shand, which is going to be dropping next week in August, actually. And they did a really fantastic job with the helmet mold and all the printing, and I thought I just wanted to improve it and see if I could make it slightly better than LEGO's. Now, I didn't really do that much with the torso because I do plan on getting LEGO's Fennec and just swapping out my torso with theirs because they did a fantastic job with like the arm printing, but I wanted to improve the face and the waist cape mainly because LEGO's Fennec Shand doesn't come with a waist cape. They just printed it on. So I used a modified Cape Manus waist cape and some E-tape to wrap around the torso and drape down to the legs, and I did all my designs on there. And as I said, the torso is really simplistic. It just has like some E-tape designs and just some simple painted squares and stuff on it. And her blaster is from Brick Arms, of course, and her hairpiece is from a LEGO Friends set. And for the head, I used an Iden Versio hair that I just repainted the eyebrows and the eyelashes just to get the likeness to Ming-Na Wen, and I also painted the scar right there on her left cheek. So Fennec Shand was really simple, but I really loved the character. I love seeing her in the Bad Batch, and I can't wait to see what she holds in the Book of Boba Fett. I have always wanted a Bo-Katan figure ever since I was a kid. LEGO was making their first Bo-Katan in the summer wave coming up in August, which is crazy. And I am really happy with how mine turned out, even though LEGO's is still really, really good. I reached out to my buddy LM9 for the helmet, and he shipped it out to me. And it's easily the best Night Owl helmet the LEGO community has ever seen. I painted it up in my own blue color, and it took a lot of mixing to get it right, but I think it turned out absolutely amazing. The jetpack is from Clone Army Customs. I just trimmed up the jets a little bit and cut off the bracket for the neck, and then I just glued it onto the back. The holsters are just some Cape Madness fabric that I just trimmed up and then glued to the torso, and it drapes around the hips. And the rest of the casts are from Nate's Minifigs. The breastplate, the shoulder pads, the gauntlets, the knee pads, the belt, all of it's from Nate's Minifigs. The blasters are from Brick Arms, and the rangefinder is from AV Figures. The rangefinder can, of course, come down if you're careful. There we go, right there. As you can see, I just want to be careful because I don't want it to break off. And if you remove Bo's helmet, you can, of course, see a face I painted to match the likeness to Katie Sackhoff. So, for my first Bo-Katan figure, I think this turned out absolutely amazing, and I'm so happy to finally add her to the collection. Casca Reeves was a very similar process when I made Bo-Katan. The helmet is from LM9, the rangefinder is from AV Figures, the rest of the casts are from Nate's Minifigs, the blaster is from Brick Arms, and the jetpack is from Clone Army Customs. And she was far simpler because she didn't have that many other designs. It was mainly just weathering to get the character to look screen accurate, and I think I did a really, really good job. She only has one holster because, of course, in the show she only has one blaster, unlike Bo, who has 2. But if you take off the helmet, I also used, same as Fennec, an Iden Versio head, but I sanded off the cheekbones, and I even painted her hair strands, and I also painted up a Padme hairpiece for Casca, as you could see. So putting that on, there we go. I think that looks pretty good and matches the likeness to Sasha Banks pretty well. So yeah, that's gonna do it for Casca Reeves. Lastly, the infamous Cara Dune was probably the easiest figure to make out of the 4. All I did was paint the Shock Trooper tattoo on the side of her right arm. I sanded up a normal hairpiece for her that she had in the LEGO sets, and I switched the skin tone to be a little more accurate to the likeness of Gina Carano, and painted the tattoo for the Rebel tier and the eyebrows on a Ghostbusters head. I don't remember the name of the character, but it was from the 2016 movie, and yeah, I think this matches the likeness of Gina Carano far more than the one in the LEGO sets did, but that's going to do it for her. As I said, very, very simple figure. So that's going to do it, guys. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to hit the like button down below and comment who your favorite figure was. If you have any suggestions, as always, be sure to also leave those in the comments, and I'll see you guys next week.